Bonjour, everyone. Welcome to the Magpie Channel TV. We've got the match preview, Friday Night Football. Not a fan of it, but we've got Leicester's very own Lee Chappy joining us from Lee Chappy's links in the description. How we doing, mate?
Yeah, you know what? We'll start it with some truth. I'm absolutely shit. Honestly, I've been dying. I've been dying for about 12 days. I'm ill and I've had enough. But hey ho, we want to be YouTubers and we want to do content, and you have to just keep going, don't you? No matter what it is. If it's lighting that you smash.
I've had a nightmare, everyone. We've seen the green screen up lately, but I bought a nice big light for it. A lot of money spent on it, and it just smashed all over trying to set it up in a rush back from work. So behind the scenes of how shit it is to try and do YouTube.
Mate, it's horrendous, mate. I'm just telling you off air, I get about maybe an hour to myself a day, if that. I barely get any time to scratch my own arse. It's that tight for time in the real life. We work for a living, we have family, we have kids, People don't see none of that, do they? People see none of that. The real struggles of the YouTuber. The working class YouTuber.
We're not all dons and millionaires yet, but at least you have a good football team though to take your mind off it, Chappy. You're doing well, and like us, we've got absolute nightmare and a disaster in all aspects of life. To be honest, at least your football team can cheer you up for a bit. I'm sure they will tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think that will reflect from the owners, mate. It's been a long road with the owners that have taken over, the King Power brand. It's been a long going project, and it's an ongoing project for the long term future, and that reflects with your club, unfortunately, with Mike Ashley. That's just how it is. But yeah, we've been very fortunate to have such good owners, and right now I'm flying, just like the team. I'm absolutely flying. The only thing is we seem to be at the same point of the season where we're starting to lose a few players through injuries, and we're starting to lose points and gain. Are we going to slip? Are we going to bottle top four? Could do.
I hope not, mate. I hope you don't like.
No, I'm good, Marlon. Apart from being absolutely dead, I'm good.
Do you think, obviously, your fear will be that you'll bottle top four, but in your head, do you reckon I think he'll just do it, me. But then again, you've got enough now where you are in the league, I think, to carry it going.
Yeah, but the thing is that you say that, but we barely scraped a point against a 10-man Southampton side. Not knocking Southampton, by the way, at all, because they can be very, very good when they want to be. But 10 men at the King, we had to win, just had to win, and we gave away a cheap penalty, and then struggled our arses off against a team that basically parked the bus for most of the game.
Well, we may be doing that tomorrow as well. So you might that'll be our tactic probably.
That's our weakness. That's our weakness. We can't play. We can't play against teams that park the bus. We just can't. We have no understanding of breaking a defensive wall down when it's 10 men, 11 men behind the ball, so to speak.
What did you make of Brucey getting praised by Brendan Rodgers yesterday? Obviously, he's not going to come out and say he's a fat, horrible wanker, but he was coming out and saying he was doing an outstanding job. So he was 17th in the league. Brendan would be the worst football known to mankind.
It's a tough job to have, though, isn't it, at the minute with the club? Because weren't you expecting a takeover at some point? So it must be a tough position right now, because you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes either. I'm pretty sure there's something going on. Surely.
Well, he's got the court of arbitration, hasn't he? So he's fighting against the Premier League, might actually get this over the line. But even without that, though, I mean, this side's still better than 17th. You look at how well some teams are doing up there, even like Aston Villa and Leeds, newly promoted sides. On paper, not that much better. Villa have obviously got Grealish. We've got Saint-Maximin. Leeds definitely haven't got a better side than us, playing much better football, up higher in the table, and that's because of one man, and that's Marcelo Bielsa. So, and look what Rafa did with us on a shoestring, but we got a top 10. So
you're not going to get relegated, though. I don't think, mate. Put it that way. You got to look at it. Look at it on the other side of the fence. You could be like 20th.
Sheffield United.
You got to take what's positives you can. I know it's ironic because we're up there, but you just got to be positive that you're not going down.
Because user went down. How many user all the way down in League One at
Yeah,
one point? So
yeah. You know, it's been a good.
for the new one that comes in.
I think it was 13 years ago, actually. Yesterday, I believe it was. We got relegated to League One. Yeah,
that's mad. What a turnaround.
Yeah, following season we won that. Matty Fryatt tore that league up, and then it was about 6 or 7 years later that we won the championship, and then 2 years later after that we won the Premier League, and we've had a Champions League run, a Europa League run, and hopefully we win the FA Cup. Who knows?
FA Cup final, for you lot this year as well. So hopefully that's a bit of a distraction for you tomorrow night for us. But I think you've got enough breathing space, haven't you? When's that? About 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, is it?
It's next Saturday actually, and I'm in a bit of a predicament actually. So I'm going to ask you live. What would you do, right? Robbie Lyle, he's got a channel, as you know. He does watch-alongs with Expressions and other people that represent that team. He's asked me to go down London and do it on Saturday next week. Do you go and do it and gain some exposure, or do you stay on your own channel because you've been doing it a full year? I've been doing a full year on YouTube of doing watch-alongs. It's the biggest fixture potentially of our since 1969, outside of winning the Premier League. Do you stay on your own channel, make your own content, and if we do win it, you've got that historical video on your own channel that you can always relate back to, take clips from, put it into your own intros, whatever you want to do. What would you do? Would you go for the exposure, or would you go for loyalty to your own subscribers?
It's a really tricky one, and it's one of them ones where I think both are a win-win, to be honest with you, mate. Because if you do your own thing, then like you say, you're staying out of your subs. You've done your own thing, you've grew it. I remember like a year or two ago when you were saying you were struggling and all that, and your channel's grew loads since then. And obviously the watch-alongs have helped us. I see when looking at your channel, that's a big part of your views. So, and if it's an FA Cup final, mate, think of the views that you may get. But at the same time, for me, Robbie's helped me massively in the past. So I kind of own one. So if it was me, maybe I'd lean towards doing that. But if I was you, I'd sneak into Wembley. If it was Newcastle, I'd be sneaking into Wembley. What I mean, doing watch on the iPod. I want to see it.
Throwing the spanner in the works there, mate. Cheers.
Option 3, mate. There's no 50-50. Just find you at Old Trafford and just bust in, mate.
I like
sneak
that.
on.
That's good. Option 1, nah. Option 2, nah. Go straight in for Wembley, mate. Through the doors.
I'm surprised it's next week though, because it's normally when the season finishes. So maybe that will work in our favour. But to be honest, I'm not too positive heading to the King Power tomorrow night. With I can see Vardy's fit, isn't he? There's question marks over him. Johnny Evans, Madison's back. Is that right?
Jamie Vardy's got a bit of a swollen ankle from a challenge. I can't remember who it was for the Southampton fixture last week. Johnny Evans is clear. He had a scan. It's clear. And that's it, really. The only injuries we've got is Harvey Barnes, who's out, unfortunately, for the rest of the season and won't make the Euros after all. Was expected him to come back about a week ago into training, but it's not happening. He needs another surgery, so unlucky. James Justin's out, as you know, till probably around November, maybe Christmas time, because he tore his ACL. Funnily enough, the same injury that Ricardo Pereira took, that James Justin got his place into the team. It's really weird.
I think you've got a predicted lineup for, actually, haven't you, Chappy? So
we did. I wanted to do it before I came live with you. So what I did is on the channel, I got this set up. This was for the lads in my channel. We usually put a team together. So that's the team that the team chat put together in the my subscriber chat room. They put this together. We're going with 3 at the back with Fofana, Sunchu and Evans. We're going with a Castagna and Luke Thomas left and right wing backs. Ndidi and Tielemans in the middle. Madison as your number 10. Vardy and Nacho up top. With your main man Perez on the bench, because I think he's absolutely dog shite in that.
I did warn you, mate. I did warn you. He looks good sometimes, but his work rates, he's a hit and miss. Has he been a big miss then for Leicester since signing? You reckon he'll stay? Or ready to see him leaving the summer?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere because he's seen as a decent rotational player. But I don't think he's got a position. He's not. No matter where you put him on that pitch, he's not the best at it. Like Rodgers could play him as a striker. He's not as good as Nacho. He's not as good as Vardy. You could play him as a 10. He's not as good as Madison. You could play him on the right. I beg to differ that Castagna, Michael Brighton, or bloody Ricardo Pereira even as a right mid is better than him at right wing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sold on him. He's an okay player. He's okay.
I think he might do a job next season if you are obviously for rotation in Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
He'd be all right Wednesday night away to Seville or something, you know. He'd be all right with that.
He's a decent rotational player.
Where's Iheanacho's absolute fire of form came from?
Mate, hands up. I've called him every name under the sun, and probably, to be all fairness, he probably deserved it half the time. You only have to look back at, say, for example, his shot against remember the one against Man City where he put it, I don't know, 30 foot wide. And I think it cost Liverpool the title. Actually, I think that season. I'm sure it was. It was like close. I don't know. He's just found his form, and I think it's being paired with Jamie Vardy and not. We've always played as a lone striker for quite a while. Leicester. They've either been Vardy or it's been Nacho if he's ever got a chance. They're actually being paired together, and I think Nacho is flying. He's bouncing off of Jamie Vardy's runs and his pace. Although Jamie Vardy isn't scoring. And that's what people don't see. I think with Jamie Vardy's work rate and how he pulls defenders out from his runs, I think Nacho's picking up the pieces. He's a very scrappy player, Iheanacho. If you watch him, most of his goals are not the best. Although he did get a decent one recently, an absolute worldie. Generally speaking, his goals are usually quite scrappy. And that's the kind of player I think he is. But yeah, he's found his form of his life. So, well on the lad, and I'm glad he's proven us wrong.
So next week then, FA Cup final, we'll get a quick thoughts on you for that. And you reckon you're going to win it? Who is it in the final with you?
It's Chelsea, isn't it? It's Chelsea. Chelsea have got the FA Cup. They've got the FA Cup final and the Champions League final. Who would have thought that, After Lampard's, position. It's going to be a tough old fixture that against Chelsea.
100%.
It really is.
The Champions League might help you.
Yeah, but they're on fire. I can see them nicking third, and we'll go fourth. I'm not overly confident, but it's Wembley. It's the FA Cup. It's 1969 was our last one, so I've got to be fired up for it for the lads. You know what I mean? So just take it as it comes, and hopefully we can pick up a trophy.
And what do you reckon of Newcastle then this season? Is anything that's surprised you, impressed you? You took Perez off with. Who else would you take off with? And you're going to say Saint-Maximin, obviously.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I've always liked Callum Wilson, but he's not been great for you boys, has he, this season?
No, he has, mate. He's had a couple of injuries, but he's bagged about 12 or 13 goals this season, and an absolutely lifting side who create no chances. So he's done an unbelievable job, to be honest.
He's your best player. He's your most dangerous, I just like everything about him. He's fast. He's skillful. My God, I watched a video on him on YouTube with one of the best, sort of YouTube skill players. He's not a proper football player, but he does all that F2 stuff. And I see him go 1-on-1 against him, and unreal. What ball control that guy's got. Unbelievable stuff. If you've not seen it, boys, in the chat, go and check that out, honestly. Just search him up on YouTube, you'll find it. Unbelievable.
Not fancy a bit of dueling on at Leicester, Chappy?
To be honest with you, I've not seen enough of him. I'm not going to lie.
People say keep it that way.
Yeah, people say Dwight Gale as well, who's doing bits for Newcastle, but again, I don't see enough of him.
No, nah. So, Chappy, then we'll finish it off since we both have a shitty day. I just want to go to bed, to be honest with you.
Oh, bless you, mate. Bless you.
Give us your score prediction, mate, for Friday night.
Sorry, mate. I'm going to go Leicester all the way. I'm going to go for I think you're going to get a goal, but I'm going to go 3-1.
He's more optimistic than me, boys and girls. I've went 3-0. 3-0 Leicester, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Let's hope we can get behind you. But your defence has been pretty solid this season, hasn't it?
Oh, brilliant for Farner and Soyuncu and Johnny Evans. By the way, Johnny Evans is a steal and a half for £3.5 million from West Brom. Unbelievable. I can't believe I just can't believe we got him for £3.5 million. What he brings to the table, you got to think. When we had Harry Maguire in, and we lost him and brought in Soyuncu. Soyuncu's looked absolutely amazing, unbelievable. Harry Maguire, who, and now we've got this young kid Wesley Fofana from Saint Etienne for about €35 million. And again, Johnny Evans is the one that's kind of brought him in under his wing, and he's turned him into. Everyone's talking about Fofana. Everyone is. Everyone wants him. Man United probably looking at him. Man City probably look at him. It's nuts. It's nuts. I don't know how Leicester keep doing it with the recruitment. I have no idea. Magic tricks.
Leicester's scouts are just absolutely out of this world. Like, just do it year in, year out.
Unbelievable. Unreal.
Right then. Cheers for that, mate. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, you get yourself to bed and restart the day tomorrow on a fresh one. On a fresh one.
That's the one. Right, everyone, check out Chappy's channel. Links in the description. We'll see you tomorrow night for the watch along and everything else that comes with it. Nice to see everyone's. Joe might be a Leicester fan, but probably not. Everyone's adamant we're going to get beat. So it's a free for all tomorrow night. Enjoy yourselves. Have a couple of beers. Anything's a bonus. The goal is even a bonus tomorrow night because after the Arsenal display, it's not.
You got to back your lads. You got to back them. Come on, you've got to. You got to put a little bit of faith in your team.
I got it for a fluky 1-0 and 1-0 Julian. Have a bit of that. See you later, everyone. Cheers for watching.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Bye-bye.